Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about a very important question related to gender budgeting. This particular model question answer is not available in many of the websites and the book, but I feel that this question may gain importance in the coming UPSC mains examination after the prelims gets over, and also for various state PSC group 1 examination, especially DGPSC and APPSC. So as you have seen in the budget, in the thumbnail itself, the question is written already there. So we have to discuss the concept of gender budgeting. Okay, you can talk about the definition or the meaning of gender budgeting. You can say like that. You can talk about its institutionalization, nothing but its introduction. That will suffice your concept. And you have to, in the question, they asked about trends. So you have to talk about the trends with regard to what? Gender budgeting. Then you have to write challenges, which is in the question. Then you have to give a good conclusion. These are the important components of our model answer. So when you are talking about trends, you are talking about obviously the allocation made to women or female gender development over a period of time in various schemes. Obviously, as you know that any kind of development in our country is basically reflected in the ground level with the help of what? Schemes and programs only. The government allocates 1 lakh crore rupees, 1 lakh crore rupees to the women empowerment. Obviously, that particular 1 lakh crore rupees will be used in the form of what? Schemes and missions to develop political participation of the women, or to develop or improve the health indicators of the woman, or to improve the social status of the woman, etc., so on and so forth, along with economy. So always remember this point: allocations in our country basically are reflected in the form of what? Schemes, missions and programs. I hope this is clear to you. Let us start our answer. Before going into that, I would like to market some of my modules that I do myself and which are very beneficial to all the students, to TGPSC students. Economy and Telangana formation along with Telangana affairs, GK reports, Outlook, all will be there. So this is like Indian subjects. Economy is my forte, and in Telangana subjects, formation is my forte. Whether it is group 1 or group 2, if you are very perfect in that, 300 marks they consolidate, and I want all of you to score 125 plus in these two subjects. This is our major goal. When you are done with these two subjects so thoroughly, it means you will definitely crack group 1 and group 2 for sure. Along with that, for UPSC, a complete mains test series and answer writing practice and mentorship is being given by me personally to all the students who are seeking to develop their knowledge, who are seeking to actually get through the examination this year. So excellent mentorship program. I'll upload the complete video about this mentorship program, what it is, by tomorrow. You can see that what kind of features are there in the mentorship program, and definitely when you are hearing it, you will be feeling that yes, you can do it with the help of this particular program. So that is all my intention is all about. Let us start our discussion, okay, with model question and answer. Okay, right. Introduction. Gender responsive budgeting, we also call it as gender responsive budgeting, and in abbreviation we generally call it as gender budgeting. So gender responsive budgeting is not about creating separate budgets for women. Remember this point. Just like ST SC subplans we are having, this is also on the same lines. Gender responsive budgeting is not about creating separate budgets for women. It is rather meant to be a holistic approach, an overall approach to budgeting and taxation, because of which expenditure and revenue are both revamped to address various gender based differentials. Means wherever gender related problems are there, that problems we have to take care of with the help of gender budgeting and convert the differences or gaps in opportunities and outcomes. And it includes not only for women, in many countries it is being done for men also, those beyond the gender binary, and also that is queer community also we are talking about. So gender responsive budgeting is not exactly related to what female gender. Remember this point. It is a very important point that I have put in, because many of the aspirants generally remember that gender budgeting is all about female. No, the term itself, gender itself, is a neutral here. We are not talking about women budgeting. We are not talking about female budgeting. We are talking about gender budgeting. So whenever there is a possibility is there where male gender is also having problems with regard to literacy or health whatsoever, in that case also male gender budgeting may also come into existence. But in our country, in a common parlance, gender budgeting is related to what? Women budgeting only. Okay. The gender budgeting was institutionalized in the year 2004 and 5 by the government of India, which is a very, very laudable effort. Basically, this gender-based budgeting is of three-part statement in our country. Part A, Part B, Part C. Part A includes schemes with 100% provision for women, completely dedicated to one, like we are having Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension Scheme, widow, completely for the women. Indrama Illu, completely for the what? In the name of women. Shadi Mubarak, Kalyan Lakshmi, completely for the name of what? Women. So Part A schemes of gender budgeting consist of all the allocations, complete allocation of that will be going to women. Part B comprises schemes between 30% to 99% allocation, and Part C consists of allocations women up to less than 30%. Less than 30%, just like Manrega. Manrega, whatever the allocations are there, 33% allocation should be given to what? Women. It can come under Part B category. Clear? Yes. So let us now talk about, so this is the concept and discussion with regard to gender budgeting. Now we'll talk about the allocation. The allocation towards the gender-based budgeting is reported in GBS in this particular format has increased as percentage of total budget. So one trend that we have mentioned here, that gender-based budgeting has increased. And if you see here, you can write the trends part A, part B, part C if you're having time, or else in the examination you can directly say that in this part you can write percentage of gender budgeting to total budget. It was around 5.29% in 23 to 24, 8.65% in 23 to 24, 6.79 24 to 25, 7.89 that is revised estimate, this is budget estimates, then 25 to 26 latest budget 8.86. So gender budgeting is neither steadily increasing nor steadily decreasing. Basically, government is giving response to various dynamism that occurs in what? Women. So it is increasing and decreasing. This is one trend. So after writing this, you have to write it. And after writing it, you have to write one point here. Note, gender budgeting, gender-based responsive budgeting is not continuously steadily increasing, not decreasing. This is one point. With regard to scheme allocation heading, only one major scheme is being reported under Part C of the JBS, PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Okay, only one scheme in the latest budgets have seen increased with regard to budget allocation. Okay, that is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana. Now, widow pension scheme, if you see, the schemes that is truly 100% for women, such as widow pension scheme, have seen no increase. This is one trend. Allocations to Ministry of Women and Child Development that implement schemes with 100% provisions for women has been the lowest proportion of increase in the budget allocation since the last few years. So you can see that we have discussed scheme allocation trends. Widow pension one scheme allocation has not got properly, and allocation to MWCD also have slowly decreasing with respect to what? Total budget proportion. So we have written the trends very, this is a quantitative way and this is a qualitative way of writing the trends. Remember this point. Now let us finish it off our answer with the conclusion. Given that gender budget statement is increasing every year, in proportion sometimes it is increasing in value, it was anticipated that GRB would mean tailoring budget allocation. Obviously, we have to tailor, means we have to give the budget allocation especially for the women. Nothing but here we are tailoring it. So it would mean tailoring budget allocations, expenditures, revenues in a ways that are transformative for women and work towards closing the gender gap. Very true. Tackling gender inequalities in India requires a focus on gender responsive budgeting in a way that takes into account the multiple deprivations faced by women. Obviously, with the help of gender based budgeting, we wanted to not only develop one area of women, but also we wanted to bring the women out of various deprivations. Okay, men and non-binary and children across various social positions and identities. Unfortunately, one drawback is that this has not been reflected in the union budget of this year because of various decrease happened with regard to schemes and allocation. There is skepticism about the extent to which this is actually reflected in the gender budget statement. So this particular point, if they ask you with respect to this budget, you can write. If they don't ask you this budget related gender-based gender budgeting, then don't write this particular statement. You have to end here only. You have to end here only. This is all about it. I hope this is clear to you. Do join the mentorship program. You will definitely have an edge and you will crack the examination. And those students who are belonging to GPSC, economy and formation are my forte, join my course and the mentorship and a test series on it. you will definitely crack in the coming calendar of the TGPSC. I hope this is clear to you. Take care. Bye bye.